when I'm on my deathbed, the biggest regret I'll ever have is knowing that I had a job that every person in the world would fucking kill for. And I fucked it.
He was 2016's Gamer of the Year?
About that till I go to the fucking grave.
Wait, one of the most beloved creators? Why am I just hearing about this now? Whoa, 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 wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can I watch this? Okay. The life of Boogie2988 following his downfall from internet fame. I have vaguely heard of this guy. This is insane, man. I feel like I've been living under a rock.
There was one girl, I don't know if I should talk about this, Mike, but I'm going to. There was one girl that I dated. She liked a lot of childish things. She liked rubber ducks. That's why I have some of these rubber ducks. And one of my favorite memories with her is us sitting in this tub, her playing with rubber ducks as I washed her, and then when we got out, I took her to bed. One of the best nights of my life, Mike. It happened right here.
I don't know if I'd want to spend my night like that. That's a little weird. But hey, you know what, man?
Yeah, so when it comes to financial approach, I don't
Whatever, man.
know what I'm doing. Money comes in, money goes out. For the longest time, my ex-wife handled that shit, but then I got divorced. I don't know where my money is. I don't know what it's doing. The only thing I've ever done with it is I threw it into crypto and then lost a shitload of it. Well, here's everything.
Starting value $750,000 into crypto. What the fuck?
If you want to see, there's $2,758 in my bank account right now. And let's see if mortgages come out yet. So tomorrow, when they take mortgage out, I'll have about $700 to live off of until the 20th when I get paid again from YouTube. So I'm just going to live off of $700. And I'll probably sell some cards along the way and use that money to make ends meet as well. I have a credit card with them that I owe $600 on. And on top of that, I still owe $163,000 on my house.
Bruh.
I think my net worth is zero. Once you pull the equity out of the house, get rid of the house debt, sell off all my collectibles, and pay off all my debts, I think that puts me at $0.
Dude, that's insane. How can you be so irresponsible with money? Look, guys, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to spend their money, man. And, you know, like the whole, you know, what I said earlier about the rubber ducky shit, man. Hey, man, that ain't my thing. But look, there ain't nothing illegal about that. You know, whatever, man. That's you. You do you. I'm just saying that's not particularly how I would spend my night. But anyway, this money shit, man. I grew up insanely fucking poor, insanely broke. So a lot of things that people consider, I guess, needs, I don't. Oh, he did too? Okay, well then that's weird. That's so weird to me, yeah. Well, I wonder what happened then, like along the way. You know, I did invest in crypto in a little bit, but I only invested like 10,000 and I stopped. You know how it was like really big there for a second? You know, you always heard about these people. Man, I invested $200 and now I got $200,000 and all this shit. Yeah. All right, look. I wanted to invest a little bit or some money into it because you never know what's going to happen. You know what? I could check actually. Hold on. Let's see. I could check. I probably haven't checked this in like a year. I'm going to be honest. 6K brick, 10K. Guys, I'm not big into crypto. Okay. I'm not big into crypto. I stopped. Wow. I actually gained money. I did. I have almost $13,000 in here. I don't know what all information I can show you guys, but Yeah, I have like almost 13K. Now withdraw before you lose it. So for me personally, guys, I'm very, very cautious with like my money. I save a lot of my money. A vast majority of my investments are actually in very stable like bonds and stuff. I have like a little bit of high risk, and then I have a lot in retirement too. Yeah, I'm not the most knowledgeable on like investments and that type of stuff. Like I have an accountant and I have an investment guy. How about spending money and giving us kissies? Those are free. Yeah, this is a little crazy to me that he would be so broke, because one thing I learned a lot from my mom, man. She supported me, my sister, and my grandma in a 2-bedroom apartment, man. Times were rough, man. And, I learned not at the time, because at the time I was an idiot and I was an asshole. But later in life, when I didn't live there anymore and I was forced to live on my own, I realized how hard of a worker she was, like how strong of a person she was, man, because, man, that shit's hard. Anyway.
All my debts, I think. You pull the equity out of the house, get rid of the house debt, sell off all my collectibles, and pay off all my debts.
I don't have any collectibles.
At $0.
That's a lot of money on collectibles.
Shit. I'm worthless.
Yeah, this is the hard part. Back to reality. Oh. Whew. But my best feature, this is the one the ladies love. I call it my meat apron. I have 2 meat curtains. There's a second one.
Bro, are you guys sure that I could watch this?
I have 2 glorious meat curtains.
Is there a reason we are
I don't
looking
like
at this
showing it
part
to
of the
people,
body?
and people don't like seeing it. So that's why I'm going to die alone.
Oh my God. Holy fuck.
Well, my real name is Steve Williams. I'm known online as Boogie2988.
I feel like after seeing the 2 meat curtains, like all of us had to see that. I feel like that we bonded now. This is just my mentality. Obviously, he's overweight. He's obese. When I started to become a streamer, I weighed like 270 pounds. Now, obviously, he weighs way more than that. But one of the promises I made myself was that after I was able to support myself off of being a content creator, I would spend the rest of my life trying to fix that mistake, trying to better myself and be more healthy. It's very odd to me. It's very strange that a person with so much money, so many resources, that he wouldn't do that.
Because there's a lot of famous Steve Williamses, and I'm not one of them, right? I started a YouTube channel back in 2006, right at the very beginning. And I got famous for comedy sketches as well as like life vlogs and just sharing my personal life with other people.
What's up?
He got gastric bypass. Okay. I mean, that's...
ankle on my left leg and head. But that's just the kind of woman I married. So give her some love in the comment section.
Holy shit, man. That's a lot of views, dude.
Exactly enough to make it.
Holy.
This is where I spend.
God damn.
This is where I spend 6 to 8 hours a day trying to figure out how to save my career.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 Documentary levels into the power of the internet. Today, let's talk a little bit about why you got to do better than I did, right?
I've told the audience, I've told you guys, I've told everybody, this is the center of my world, right here in this recliner with my dogs.
I just think this is crazy that your income is this, but your expenses is that. If your income is this, then you have to increase it or you have to decrease your expenses. This is hard to react to because what I'm going to say, I don't know if he actually did it or not later in the documentary. Like, I don't know. So I'm just going to, I'm just going to assume he didn't do it since I didn't see it. And then if I say something that's wrong, I'll try to like touch on it again and be like, oh, okay, he did do that. You know what I mean? I feel like that once you realize that you're losing money, like look at this shit right here. PacMan, Karate Champ, all of this shit, you can sell all this shit. Like, you're no longer in a position to have all this shit. This is just, like, at the end of the day, all of this shit is worthless. You know what this actually reminds me of? This reminds me of your possessions owning you. When you have all these collectibles and you don't want to sell them, but they're worth money, but you don't have enough money to live, then the possession actually owns you. Or it's like when you get a loan for a house, or for a car, or for anything really, the possessions end up owning you, which is a very, very, very bad thing. I remember I worked at Aaron Sales and Lease, and it was basically like a rent-a-center, right? Like you bought furniture and all this crap. And I would like deliver this nice living room sets to the dirtiest, filthiest fucking apartments, man. And I knew going in, like, holy shit, what are these people doing with this? They don't have any money. Like, they don't have the money for this fucking full living room set. What the fuck? So we'd go in there, deliver it, and then like a month later, we'd have to go take it back because they couldn't afford to pay it.
Watching television, playing video games on that television. But the other day, the audio on this TV started to go out, and whenever it would make like S sounds, it would crackle. And so I know I'm budgeting, but I immediately went to Amazon and bought a sound bar for $100. And then the next day, the TV stopped crackling, and now I have a $100 sound bar that I don't need. But I know I'm supposed to be budgeting right now, but because that's my TV, because that's my only source of entertainment, because it's the only thing I do, it's one of the only things that bring me peace. Like, I'm like, I have to be able to hear my fucking TV. But
That's like sad, man. The thought of, hey, maybe I can go for a walk. Hey, maybe I can go to the gym. Hey, maybe I could go do literally anything else but sit in front of my TV has never even occurred to him, at least in this current moment.
Right? Like Mitch Hedberg said, I'll just do...
Like, I actually never watch TV, man. I don't see how people can watch TV. All of that garbage on TV is so scripted, is so ad intensive. It's just fucking garbage, man. Television is so fucking bad, man. Like, because I never watch it, I'll be at the gym and, you know, like, they have all these TVs and shit. So you see these daytime shows, right? These talk shows and shit. Holy fuck, man. I can understand watching a show like Jerry Springer. Okay. I get it. It's addicting. But like, dude, you have these like really like chill, laid back talk shows that are just full of just brainwashing bullshit, man. Holy fuck. That's why like America's so stupid, man. That's why Americans are so fucking stupid. That's at least one reason. I'm like sitting there because I'm not desensitized to it, right? Because I'm not used to it. I just sit there and I'm like cringing, man. And I'm like, what in the fuck am I watching? Do people like and those shows make like millions of dollars, man. It's insane, man.
Enough heroin, and then he like OD'd on heroin, right? So I guess every addict tries to manage the addiction, but I don't know, man. We were talking about compulsive spending a minute ago.
Yeah.
Dude, I spend a lot of money on stuff. But you know where a lot of...
Just out of curiosity, how old is he? 49. Okay. We'll just go with above 40. Okay.
the money went? And like it felt really compulsive at the time.
I was just curious. Boogie spent over $200,000 on sex workers across the U.S. I mean, guys, here's the thing. That's a lot of money, but to a person that has way more money than me and you, 200,000 is not actually a lot of money. When you have like millions of dollars, okay, that's actually not a lot of money. Now, I know that sounds crazy I know it sounds crazy, but yeah.
I am a former sex worker escort, and Boogie2988 was one of my clients. I'm from LA, and I get a message on this website, you can probably guess which one, from this guy who...
How much have I spent? Dude, even if I wanted to, I don't have time. You know why I don't have time? Well, I don't have time. You know why? Dude, I don't even, I barely have time for any type of relationship. You know why? Because of you guys. Because of the strum. Okay? He's gonna blame us again. No, because of you guys, okay? You guys are my life.
Looked a lot like Boogie.
I took women on vacations, and I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to like Disneyland and shit.
He bought me dinner, he got me a purse that we were talking about over messages, and he got me a couple gift cards, and he spent well over $5,000 on just that night.
You know the rules. The rules are we're gonna go out and eat. We're gonna have dinner. Maybe we're gonna fuck.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we're gonna enjoy a nice lifestyle that you don't normally get to enjoy.
Yep.
So he was really funny, and definitely tell he was nervous. He did eat a lot of food. I'm pretty sure he got 2 entrees, which was very unique.
It's not a revelation. I like beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women, fuck beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure, but they were like Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s with sugaring.
Arkansas 8s. Okay. I understand all this. Like, I get all of this. For those of you that are, I guess, that have never been in a relationship or have only been in a relationship with like a monogamous person, you have to understand that there are many, many, many types of relationships, okay? There's open relationships, there's fuck buddies, there's all of that shit. And as long as those two people have a complete understanding of how it works, then it's fine. It sounds to me like this was like they both had an understanding. She wanted money. He wanted to fuck. She wanted nice things. He had the money to provide. They both understood. They can, like, they're both legal consenting adults, so they can do what the fuck they want. So while some of you may think that this is just crazy, I've never, like, guys, you have to understand that there's many, many, many different types of relationships other than just a monogamous marriage. Okay? Like, you have to understand that, okay?
I got to fuck some LA 10s, and I think that's cool.
We got back to the hotel, and I do regret to say that I slept with Boogie2988. Overall, the experience, and I don't mean to fat shame or anything, but there was rules upon rules upon rules, and it took me a lot of time to find a stick.
Holy fuck.
I am now married with 2 kids, and sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
Oh my God, bro. I mean,
Is that sexist to me?
Yeah.
Sure. Is that womanizing me? Sure. I don't really care. I'm a 48-year-old man.
Oh, he's
I
48.
never got to fuck a model. This let me fuck a couple of models. Is that wrong?
I mean, the thing is, though, is that I don't think so. I really don't. Okay, I think that if 2 consenting adults agree to this and have a full understanding of the situation, then it's no one else's fucking business. If they're not doing anything illegal and they both consent, then it's none of our business. At least for this particular
Here we
situation.
have some of the women in this area that are local and ready to go out. They'll go to dinner with you. They'll go to a show with you. Maybe they'll come back to your place. But they are expecting something in exchange. But then it's window shopping, right? Like any other meat market like Tinder, you kind of scroll down the list.
Jesus, man. A meat market, bro. I wouldn't I wouldn't describe it like that, man.
The photos until you find someone that looks interesting to you. I think this girl's really cute. Oh yeah, yeah. She's definitely a little thicker than I necessarily would always go for, but there's nothing wrong with that. So I deserve to go
I
to
mean, I would hope there wouldn't be anything wrong with that.
Disneyland with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve to go to New York and explore Times Square with a beautiful girl, right? Like, I deserve that, and I want that, and I've never had it. Man, if I had that money back.
I don't know if deserve isn't the right way I would use to describe that. That's just kind of a weird way to look at it, I feel. Like, why would you deserve it is the thing. Like, you haven't done anything special. That's really weird. That's a really weird way to...
And I want to explore Times Square with a beautiful girl, right? Like, I deserve that, and I want that, and I've never had it. Man, if I had that money back, that would be half of my mortgage right now. That $1,000 is my entire health insurance payment. I don't know what the prostitutes did with it, and I hope they spend it in good health. But I sure could use that shit right now, you know? Where are you gonna go for a walk?
Bruh.
So he knows. You can't tell me.
You know what I think, man? So okay, you guys said he grew up poor, right? Now this is just from my experience, but I feel like if you grow up in a situation like that, and look, guys, look, man, I want to say this now because I'm not trying to undermine any type of upbringing, you know? I'm not trying to say that you have a better life if you grow up poor. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's a very, very personal just experience. You can't control like where you're born, you know what I mean? But yeah, so like if you're in poverty, right? You go one of two routes. You either go the route that apparently he went where he's like, I deserve this and I'm just going to spend my money on everything because I never had this money before. Or you go the route, I don't need any of that shit, so there's no reason to spend the money on it. Instead, I'm going to just save it for, you know, a rainy day. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to live comfortably. I'm going to do what I want within reason. But that's the point, is within reason. He apparently didn't stay within reason.
He doesn't know. Leo, up, baby, I know. We'll go in a second. I got to prep your brother. He's great. He's actually, I actually really love him a lot.
I know how much these things mean to you. What's it like to have to sell them to be able to live?
So selling off these things kind of sucks because I've been playing Magic for 30 years and some of the cards in this box I opened back in 1994. I opened them in like 96 God. And I've held on to them ever since, and that's like they're a piece of my childhood. They're a piece of my history. I thought I was going to get buried with this stuff. This is my stuff. This is me. This is part of me.
You know, real talk, all jokes aside, Magic can be an investment. Some of the cards are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. For anybody that ever shit on a person that collects Magic, you have to understand that shit is actually worth it. Like it, okay. It's in a way, it's an investment, especially if you got into it like really early. So he said, what, 1996 or 1994? And I opened them in like 96. Okay. Back then, you know, the Power 9 were a lot easier to get. Those are worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So imagine if you have, you know, all 9 of them, you're probably sitting on like the average person's salary just in those cards. You know what I mean?
And that's like they're a piece of my childhood. They're a piece of my history. I thought I was going to get buried with this stuff. This is my stuff. This is me. This is part of me. And I made some money off of YouTube last month, but I did not make enough without a sponsor or something like that. I'm not making enough. So we're going to go to the game shop, but this is going to keep me from going out on the streets, right? Like this is going to keep me in a house.
So see, here's the thing right here. The way he's going about this is wrong, because what he's trying to do is he's trying to keep the monthly expenses where it is and get his earnings up. You need to lower your monthly expenses, which probably means selling this big fucking house that you live in, probably selling that type of shit. You need to get rid of your expenses first off. That's the first thing you need to fucking do.
Me from going out
But instead, he's taken the other route. He's trying his best to keep the expenses, but sell off all of his shit. You know what I mean? But what's going to happen next month? The expense is still going to be there. Eventually, you're going to run out of shit to sell. When I was fucking broke, I had rent, utilities. Those have to be there. Those are expenses that cannot go any lower unless you move and find somewhere. But the place I was living in was really, really, really good. Like, it was really nice for how much it cost. Okay, so you have your must-have expenses. Then you have this other shit like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to eat less takeout. Maybe I'm going to spend less money on, you know, trips. Maybe I'm going to spend less money on this. You start to take away those expenses, the ones that you don't have to have. That's what you need to do.
Like, this is going to keep me in a house. So I think it's bittersweet. I think he would find it bittersweet. He would have wished I'd...
Yeah. I mean, he needs to get rid of that fucking house.
I'm selling collectibles on eBay. I'm selling arcade machines locally. I'll sell it all.
And I'm going to sell enough to help with the mortgage, but I'm also going to sell enough to be able to play Magic tonight, because I don't want people wondering why I'm not there. I don't want people like knowing I'm broke. Like, that's embarrassing. I can't afford $30 to play Magic.
I mean, that's just the way it is, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. He's really irresponsible with this shit.
So I'm spending $30 to play Magic tonight.
Okay, so this month I need from you about $1,000 to make mortgage. So I need you to pick out like $1,000 for the stuff. Like there's a couple of cradles in there. There's a City of Traders in there.
Well, I could do 200 a piece on those.
Oh, 200 a piece for a fucking cradle? No way, bro. Wow, cradle is that expensive? Holy shit, dude. I had like 3 of these. Back when I played, this was like $50, $75. A cradle was like 100, some shit like that. An Underground Sea was like 150. I don't even want to know. Yep, shit's crazy, man.
I could do 200.
Cradles in there. There's a City of Traders in there.
Well, I could do 200 a piece on those.
What?
Yep.
Dude, I thought we were looking more like 400, 450 on each of these. 175 is what it's down to.
Oh, yeah. Those suckers
Good
took-
Lord. That took a
175? That's high.
beating. Fuck, these are reserved list cards, Glenn.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere but up.
Okay. Well, you say that, but the dual lands went down.
I mean, yeah, all right. As long as I'm getting mortgage money, as long as I get some cards there tonight, okay. You gave me these back. You want to sell them until I come back in here because I'm not going to sell them to anybody else but you.
Okay.
2, no, make it 3 chicken quesadillas.
What's paying for this?
I mean, the thing is, guy, like, I actually worked in a card store. That's just how card stores work, man. They're not going to give you the full price.
Shit, you're paying me back my hair. That don't hurt.
Yeah, we all look the same in a game shop. It's because we're fucking outcasts. We're in a kind of small town. We're fucking autistic as shit. We're awkward around women. We're awkward around people. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. And then I come back here and I'm looking at all the shit I need to sell. And I'm surrounded by all the shit that I bought for YouTube videos and stuff. And it's hard to not think about what a fuck up I am. But that's why I go to the arcade. That's why I go to play Magic. That's why I have my friends over. Because for just a few hours, I'm not that fuck up from YouTube. I'm just Steve Williams. I'm just me. Oh, this is my Saturday night crew. We get together every Saturday. We eat pizza. We play Magic. We play board games. We do Smash Brothers. Magic the Gathering. This is my crack. This is my cocaine. I met him.
I mean,
at the
I love
Magic
Magic,
shop. I
man.
met him in the Magic shop.
I do.
Now, his
I played so much Magic back in the day, man. I played so much, dude. I used to be really good. I mean, I still follow it. I mean, I suck now, but I used to be pretty good.
him I met at the Magic shop. This guy I met at the Magic shop. This guy I met at the Magic shop. This guy I met because he was roommates with a friend I met at the Magic shop. Okay, so I have $1 million question for you guys. Every Saturday we get together. Every Saturday I order what? Pizza, chicken fingers, tacos. Those are the things I normally get us, right? Like, I normally spend like $100, $150 every Saturday to like feed us. And like, I showed them my bank books today, and I'm not like, I've never wanted to burden you guys with this, but like,
You know, feed.
I'm at a point where saving $300 a month would be useful.
I mean, we've
$600
been
a month.
telling you for years that we don't care about the food that much.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I like having snacks and soda when I'm over here because I don't eat those at my house. But we definitely said it throughout the years. Like, you don't have to feed us, but
know you have,
you
I
do
know.
it anyway. So
When are we going to start bringing girlfriends around? Also, when are we going to start bringing girlfriends around that aren't hookers? Because that's all I've brought around for 5 years. I mean, like, we haven't had like legitimate girlfriends over in a long time. You haven't dated in a while. You haven't dated in a while.
I mean, yeah, a while out. That's fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, you've like had some. I think you have, like,
I think he's a good guy, yeah. I think that Boogie's definitely a good guy. He loves his friends and his family, and he cares about people a lot, and he cares about what people think about him a lot. He's a fun person to be around and to laugh and make jokes
We haven't
with.
got to the part where he
Sometimes
lost
we
weight.
open up and we have like really personal conversations, and I enjoy getting to know him in that way as well.
willing to do things for us. He's offered to, you know, take care of us or offered us a room if he needs it. He's still going to make some of the same jokes. You know, we all have a sort of dry sense of humor.
Sincere kindness. It doesn't always show up, but he does have a lot of compassion for people.
I think he's just a guy with good and bad. But I don't think he's as bad as a lot of corners of the internet think he is.
I think as long as he stops tweeting the N-word, he'll be fine.
What the fuck? Did he do that?
Is just a
Was he like saying racial shit?
word. If you guys left and these cameras weren't rolling and I was sitting here alone in the dark and I said the N-word, there's no magic power to it.
That's
No, I'm not going to say it on camera. Where
that's
it could hurt
completely
somebody.
not the
I
point.
like offensive humor. I like dark jokes. I say fucked up shit. I think the darker something is, cancer, rape, murder, child abuse, the darker it is, the more important it is to make jokes about it.
What? You know why I think he thinks that way? Because none of that has happened to him. Has any of that happened to him? Has he ever been raped? Has he ever been like racially discriminated against? Or any like has he ever had cancer? Has he ever had any of that shit?
I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. I mean, I didn't go through it. I'm still alive. She's dead. And, yep, so fuck her. And now she's dead.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
Wait, hold on. Wait. So I'm still alive. She's dead.
Yep,
so fuck her.
And now she's dead. That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color, or is it not? I don't know. Someone says you can't put your finger into
That's
a
a lot of
or is it
Jesus
not? I don't know.
fucking Christ.
Someone says you can't put your finger into a clitoris. Somebody here doesn't have a scalpel handy. You splay that fucker just right, you can wrap it all around your fingers. You gotta shave real thin. Woo! That's disturbing.
Jesus, man.
I plan to shoot you, bud.
You pointing a gun at me?
Yes.
Committed aggravated assault?
Is this what we have to do? Where it really went south is when one guy spent like a month of his time gathering every link, every video clip, everything I'd ever said or done since 1998, and he compiled it into this one huge Megathread. It's like 10, 15 pages long. And every time my name would get mentioned on Reddit moving forward, they would all link to that Megathread. Well, these people...
Abused his wife, supported child abusers, had attraction to minors, mocked racial minorities, lied about mental health.
People on Reddit began to bombard.
Claimed good things came from the Holocaust, threatened to kill his own dog, used his friend's death to promote a new channel.
My sponsor
made fun of a child for having divorced parents, threatened suicide to guilt fans into support. Faked harassment emails to gain sympathy, flirted with his friend's widow after death, misused Patreon funds on personal
to make me look as bad as possible. Every time I got a new sponsor, they would bombard me. And eventually they dropped me.
I mean, but here's the thing. All of this stuff, if it's true, then people deserve to know. It's different when someone just says all of this with like no evidence. Because online, you know, you can't always believe stuff online, right? When you have a person that accuses you of all this shit, then you need to be very, like you need to see the evidence. The evidence is very important. It's very important that you see evidence for shit like this, man, because there are times where people get accused of this and they didn't actually do anything wrong. Hold on. Annual income since, okay. Dude, this is a lot to talk about. Holy fuck. You guys remember what happened with like Pro Jared and all that shit, right? Or even Depp, man, Johnny Depp. They were accused of a whole bunch of nonsense. Now, like, look, are they perfect people? Well, no, but the stuff that they were accused of was complete bullshit. But the damage had already been done. So that's why proof is so important. It's very important that whenever someone accuses someone of this type of shit, that they have proof, because if they don't have proof, then do not believe them, because if it was true, they would have proof. Most of the time when people just spout all this bullshit, it's just they're throwing as much shit on the wall and hoping that some people believe it, hoping that some of it sticks. And yes, there are women who claim that they have been raped when they haven't. Yes, it has happened. It has. I know that's a hard pill. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but people are bad. Sometimes people are just fucking vile humans, okay? Guys, that's why online you can have sympathy for the person, but it is very important that you see the evidence and make sure that what is being said is true. You know how easy it is for someone to just post something without any evidence? It's very easy.
Are you ready? Are you ready to step back into 1988? You ready to go back to
Dude, I was 3 years old.
Because that's what's behind the star. You know what? Do you want to know what this represents to me?
What does this represent?
This is everything that was good about my childhood. And when I walk back in here, it's like going back in time, except things aren't completely shitty. So this is the classic. I mean, I even have a PacMan tattoo. This is the game I most identify with because it's about a little round guy running through a maze, trying to figure shit out, eating everything in sight, and getting chased by ghosts of his past. So I'm basically PacMan. I know, it's simple fun. And, I mean, look at the guy. He looks like me. I might have...
That's so weird to me. He seems like an all right guy. I mean, obviously he has like a really, really fucking awful side, right? Where he just thinks the darker a joke is, like the more funny it is, or the more it needs to be said, or whatever. That's like really fucked up. So it's just kind of crazy to me that he has like no empathy at all for people that have been in those situations. That's fucking crazy.
Sprained it or broken it or something. I was walking to the bathroom in there, and there was a loud snap sound, and things kind of shifted in one direction, and now my foot is swelling into my shoe, and it hurts really badly. It's the fun part about being old and fat. You never know. You don't know if you'll wake up tomorrow. You don't know if today is that stroke or heart attack you've been waiting on, or if it's going to be a healthy day and you feel real good.
I mean, like, the way he just said that, man, I don't have any sympathy for that. I don't. If it's like, you know, old and fat or a heart attack or some shit, like, I don't, because, like, if he really cared about himself, then he would change it. That might sound cold, but again, I've literally been in that situation. Like, I've been in that situation and I've changed it. So, like, I feel like complaining about that, like, that's your own fault. You were there when you became unhealthy. Like, you were literally there. Maybe it's just a different, like, I don't know, man. Like, brains are weird, right? Because my brain functions a completely different way than his brain. And I would never keep myself in that situation.
You never know. So I don't know. You're gonna fucking be today. Do I think I'll make 50? Yeah, probably. That's only 2 years away. Do I think I'll make 60, which is 12 years away? Probably not.
Okay, I have a question. Has he ever considered getting like a normie job? He's like constantly complaining about money and shit. Has he ever thought about getting a normie job? Jesus. Okay.
Here's everything
It's in the, okay.
that's wrong with Boogie. Low testosterone, testicular hypogonadism, sleep apnea, swelling due to blockages of lymphatic flow, seborrheic eczema, chronic back pain, protein in urine. That's from kidney damage, folks. That is everything keeping me alive. We have losartan, tramadol, bupropion, sertraline.
I'm like literally disgusted by his choices. Like the way that he's almost talking about it like he's bragging. Here is a big fucking problem I have with people like him, with people that waste their life, is that you only get one life. And to waste your life, to me, that is like the biggest, I can't even describe how low or how pitiful or pathetic that is. All of us know at least one person that would love an extra 5 years 6 years, 7 years, even 1 year on their life. And it really angers me. Maybe anger is the wrong word, but it really, look at this man. He's not even upset by the fact that he's on all of that and still living. Like, he's not even upset. It's almost like he's bragging. He's holding that up like a trophy. That's how I took that. Now, I don't know if he meant it to be like that, but just the fact that is wasting his life when someone else, it's just not fair, man. It's not fair. If you're wasting your life, man, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I feel like that people don't think about others. Like, there's other people that would love to have an extra year or an extra 5 years or 10 years. And this guy's like joking about making it to 60. Like, it just, I don't know, man. It's just, it's really, really, really fucking disgusting, man.
Did I deal with back pain? I deal with nightmares. I'm always tired. I don't know the last time I did sleep. Otherwise, if I don't wear this machine at night, when I'm supposed to be sleeping, I'm actually drowning in my own fat.
High blood pressure, history of gastric bypass, intestinal malabsorption, vitamin D sufficiency, because like most gamers, I hate the sun, morbid obesity, major depressive disorder, major anxiety disorder, history of diabetes mellitus, blood pooling in veins, varicose veins of the legs with complications, degeneration of lumbar or lumbosacral intervertebral disc. That means my back don't work so good. History of basal cell carcinoma, that's cancer. And of course, I can't breathe so good, so asthma and allergies as well.
So, it's a waiting game now, and it's just about making the best of it.
Okay, I think I get it now. He doesn't care that he's in debt. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. He's just trying to get by until he dies. Yeah, he's just given up. He had a lot of money. He had a lot of success. And once that went away in his head, fuck it, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to get by, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to actually try to better myself or anything like that. He's basically just waiting until he dies, which those people I have no sympathy for.
Enjoy what you got when you got it. Sometimes that's a chicken quesadilla.
I wanted to make like a documentary that was generally entertaining. You realize, wait a second, everything he says is depressing.
Yeah.
Everything he says is like the saddest shit I've ever heard.
That would be half of my mortgage right now.
I wouldn't use the word sad. I would use the word pitiful. That's what I would use.
And it's just about making the best of it.
This is the first documentary I'm doing. I can't put out a documentary that's this guy the whole time, because I don't want my brand new channel to be known as making documentaries about the most depressing people that exist. It's just like, what the fuck happened to this guy? What the fuck happened to Boogie?
I invited a mental health counselor, a comedian, and a YouTube consultant to assist in analyzing. Okay.
Well, he's losing what made people originally like him. It could be as simple as just that positive attitude.
Why not use your only life to make the lives around you better? Fuck you. It's none of your fucking business. It's my body. It's my choice. Eat shit.
And over time, in the content, we see this shift where he starts to become...
Wow.
To make the lives around you better. Fuck you.
Okay, so that's when he had gastric bypass right there. Bro, what the fuck? He looks completely different.
It's none of your fucking business. It's my body. It's my choice. Eat shit.
And over time...
I wish I would have known the context on that
content,
clip.
We see this shift where he starts to become more interested in money.
I just like making content. I just like talking to a camera. I just like doing cool stuff.
I just want ad revenue. I just want YouTube to pay me a fair amount. It's all I've ever wanted, right?
And his concerns about money.
If I could teach you anything, it's to hold on to the money you get.
Oh, are you trying to manipulate people into giving you money?
The answer is yes. Give me some money.
And we're interested in complaining.
I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful that people want to comment. Thank you.
I'm a walking embarrassment, dude.
We do. Look at me. I'm fucking disgusting. Better, I'm a piece of shit.
I will never function the way you function. It's not possible.
That's why if you're griping,
I mean, I believe it. I believe when he says that.
If you're complaining to your subscribers, I mean, that just leaves a sour taste in people's mouths.
I think my window's closing. And if it's not closing already, it's already closed.
Right, so if there was money to be made in making people feel depressed, I think Boogie would be in the right business.
Like, that's just my life philosophy at this point. Just face down in the mud. That's pretty much how we live our lives.
Oh, not the gnome, bro. Not the gnome, bro.
That's right around the corner. Like, I have to sell this place. That's right
An unexpected medical bill arrives, causing an insufficient
around the corner. Like, I have to sell this place. I have to tap into the equity to survive. Like, that's the last of my money. And so much of that money is going to doctor's appointments and tests, and all of that is just to fucking stay alive.
There are plenty of different content creators that have various mental illnesses all over social media. And some just say, it is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do. Boogie tends to be really obsessed with this idea that it's favorable to have people feel sorry for you, and that kind of victim mentality where you can get further in life.
Yeah.
If people have compassion on you, regardless of the reason they're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an angle as a content creator, to prey on people's sympathy. I mean, he's not the only content creator to do it.
I look awful. If I look like I've been through hell over the last couple of days, it's because I have been. Most notably, I've ruined my body. Like Jerry, I ruined my own career. Maybe it was the imposter syndrome.
Like Jerry? Who's Jerry? Jerry Springer?
It's because
It's been a method of, I think covert narcissism is the right phrase. Like, oh, look at how pathetic I am. You should feel sorry for me. You would never be mean to me because I'm so pathetic, right? Oh, I'm so fat. I'm so weird.
Covert narcissists essentially worms their way into your heart. They do this with tales of misfortune and woe. Yeah, that's an angle.
Such an old man.
I grew up in an abusive family and an abusive home. The amount of pain that's in my head and my heart is...
Okay, he says abusive family and abusive home. Now, is that a lie, or did he actually do it? He actually grew up in that environment. Why would he agree to this documentary? I mean, literally, it's on the screen. He wants you to feel sorry for him. In all of this documentary, he constantly says how he has no money. If that's true, he literally has nothing to lose. If you're in a situation where you can't support yourself and you have no job, you're completely worthless, you provide nothing positive to society, then what is there to lose? You don't have anything to lose. He also doesn't even give a shit if he dies because he's already given up. So if this is a way, even if this documentary gets one person to feel sorry for him and donate to him, then it's a victory.
I grew up in an abusive family and an abusive home. The amount of pain that's in my head and my heart is...
So vulnerable narcissism has a number of characteristics. A person can be considered a vulnerable narcissist without having them all. So with vulnerable narcissism or covert narcissism, we see pessimism.
I feel defeated and confused and lost all the time, every day.
Hypersensitivity to criticism.
I can't handle this kind of hate. I can't handle these types of attacks. I can't do it.
Reactive anger, so they're not really thinking things through.
Is this what I have to do?
Who goes by Boogie2988 was...
Whoa, YouTuber arrest.
What I have to do?
Facing aggravated assault charges.
who goes by Boogie2988, was booked into the jail this morning.
Need for admiration,
Can I get a round of applause?
the self-centeredness,
I'm the perfect victim. I have been victimized my entire life.
the sense of entitlement,
You guys want to help me pay for my Tesla? Please go ahead and dig deep. I sure would like a free fucking Tesla.
believing oneself to be special.
How many kids went on to get 4.5 million YouTube subscribers?
One.
Steven Williams!
You're just watching the same things over and over again.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming to the power hour of the internet. This is my rambling series.
This is just me, but if someone constantly says about how they're a victim and how depressed they are and all of this bullshit, that's a red flag for me. That's not how a normal person will handle their shit.
Boogie2988. His fall from grace is so catastrophic.
Not happy about it.
People are sick of the shtick.
And what would you recommend to him now to get his viewers back?
I don't think he's getting his viewers
No,
back.
he's
I don't
not.
think that's a possibility. I think the only thing to do now is go a different angle. But I don't even know if that's possible. I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but how do you change yourself? Like, viewers are smart. Like, they want to see you. They want to see what you're interested in. I don't know. You got to get a job. Maybe in this case, GameStop.
Wait a minute. If he loves magic so much, why didn't he just get a job at the magic card shop?
Don, I'm Boogie, or Steve.
Okay, what do you prefer to be called?
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve, no problem. Whatever you prefer. And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah.
You're seeking out new work opportunities.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
Before we watch this, have you guys ever had to try to explain what Twitch is or what gaming is to a person that doesn't know what those things are? Because let me tell you, it is an exhausting conversation.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed. So there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I'm also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Okay. What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay. So I think there are some avenues you could explore. I definitely don't think it's impossible, but you have some challenges.
Yeah.
Lots of things in life are about your mindset, and you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're going to have when you approach everything, then you can't, and you won't.
I did work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years, so I mean...
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
It depended on the job, I would think. Like at a strip club maybe, but probably not in a more professional setting, I would say.
Yes, I would say...
What would you think his chances are here of getting employment in the next 3 months?
I'm not sure. When it comes to the felony, we would have to seek corporate approval for that sort of charge in order to proceed forward with a candidate. And they would ultimately be the ones to make the decision as to whether or not we would feel comfortable presenting someone like that to our clients. Any violent felonies, violent crimes, or sexual crimes have to be...
Hey, Mike. Listen, dude.
I know we're making this documentary and everything, and I know you
Wait,
think you
sexual
did a real job, but I
crimes.
just want to let you know I'm not going to. I'm not going to walk into some job when I have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm one of the original YouTubers. What I'm going to do instead is go back to making content, go back to telling stories and entertaining people and making money doing it. And you want to check back with me in a couple of months? Let's see how things are going. All right? I'll talk to you then.
Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, things aren't great. People are still mad at me on YouTube. My view numbers are pretty much close to zero. I'm having trouble breaking 10K on an upload right now.
I'm just curious. He still has 4 million subs, 57K, 58K. Damn, only 19K on a Sniper Wolf Jax Films, dude. Man, this is crazy, man. This is fucking insane. How the fuck do you have 4 million subs and only 50? It had to be people that either forgot to unsub or bots or something. Like dead accounts, old accounts. Yeah. It had to be.
And not everything is bad. I've got at least one good thing going on. Can I show you? So this is Desi, or you can call her Desiree.
Yep, Desiree.
And we've been dating now for months.
A couple months.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it was. It was, I guess, his energy, his curly hair, his glasses. I must be into nerds. I guess, I don't know. He's just adorable to me. I like him. He was going through a lot, and I randomly hit him up on Instagram, and I told him that I support.
Hey, Boogie. You inspire me and just want you to let you know I'm always here for you.
Told him that I support him and that I'm
Is she
always
an
here for him and
Arkansas
stuff.
8
And so
or a LA
it
10?
started from there.
I mean, guys, I don't give a shit. Like, here's the thing. I don't give a shit. If it's legal and consensual, I don't care. What two people do is none of my fucking business, man.
Makes sense
I don't give a
on
shit.
paper, but then practice and in reality, there was just something there.
So it was pretty crazy, but I just felt it. I felt an energy connection to him before I even met him, and I don't know. That's just how it is.
And then the longer we spent talking, I don't know, eventually you just realize we're the same person, doing the same thing, living the same lives, just at different stages. And
I can see myself getting married to Boogie.
I could definitely see us getting married. In fact, we may or may not have talked about it a little bit, and we may or may not sit around fantasizing about it and thinking about what it's going to look like. And I called you.
Man, this
Mikey
is
the
so,
other day.
this documentary is insane, man.
And you loved it. You were so there for it. If I proposed right now on camera, what would you do?
I'd say yes.
That's a good sign.
Boogie has improved my life tremendously. He just makes me happy, the happiest I've ever been. And I'm not alone, and so that he just completes me. Growing up without a father figure has its challenges. Like, you just don't have that support system that you would and the advice that you need. And so it's just difficult. I don't ever want to be alone. That's another thing. Maybe that's why I have stuffed animals. I don't ever want to be alone. And so it's just nice to have company. And
Des
I help
moved
with
in
the
after
dogs.
3 months of dating.
I get him his water, like whatever he wants and requests, I just mainly is to take care of him. He takes care of me, so.
How does he take care of her? He doesn't have any money. You know. It's none of my business what these two people do. If they're happy, then they're happy. Then that's good. If they're genuinely happy and no shady shit is going on and they both are aware of the situation, then that's a good thing. I don't see a problem. That's my mentality though. As long as it's legal and consensual, it's none of my fucking business. Like, I don't care what these two people do. Shady shit is going on. I mean, but how do you know the shady shit is going on? While I don't like him, like based on this documentary so far, I don't like him, but to assume things about her or to assume things about him that you don't actually know, I think that's still fucked up. Like, and that's fucked up from you, not from them. I find it kind of fucked up that people are so judgmental in this case or whatever. Like they're trying to put their morals or, okay, here's the bottom line. If it's legal and consensual, you can't say shit. That's it. Can't say shit. I understand you may not like that, but trying to deny someone's happiness, I think is also fucked up. Because me, I don't give a shit what these two people do. We're not all the way through the documentary yet, so maybe some fucked up shit happens. You know what it is, man? I'm just really open-minded, man. I don't care who people fuck or who they are. Like, as cliche as it sounds, I just want people to be happy, man. I'm not here to try to pass judgment. I'm not here to try to police what others do. I'm not here to try to say, no, you shouldn't do that, even though it's acceptable by the law. Like, I think that it's fucked up. If these two people, if they're not hurting each other or anybody else, then who are you to say that what they're doing is wrong? I don't agree with that.
Yeah, sometimes I pick weeds out here, so.
I'll say this though. I've seen some things in chat. I think that some of you are trying to judge her, and that's kind of fucked up. It's not wrong, it's weird, but who are you to say that it's weird? What defines weird? Like, just because you think something is weird doesn't actually mean that it's weird, right? She's innocent. How do you know she's innocent though? She could be a fucking murderer for all you know. Do you actually know her? And that's my point. You don't know anything about her, right? I don't think it's weird at all. Get the fuck out of here. I think that if you try to dictate what two adults do in their time, I think you're fucking weird and you can get the fuck out of here. That's what I think. I think that you trying to police what two adults do is cringe as fuck.
It makes it look better. Trying to trim down these vines, but not doing it.
And for those, and there were a couple people that were like, she's innocent or, you know, whatever. How the fuck do you know? How do you know that she's innocent? Like, this whole situation, him being 49, her being 20, this whole situation, some of you in chat, you're not even aware of the situation at all. You don't know her personally at all. You're trying to pass this judgment like, oh, she's innocent. Literally, what if she has like some fetish for overweight people? Like, my point being here is that you have no idea. Your 49-year-old chatter's jealous. Yeah, like some of you are like, oh, poor girl and all this and all that. Why? She knows what she's doing. She is fully aware. They're both fully aware, right?
Very much.
You know, I used to have a theory, Mike, that if you are a 40-year-old man and you have a Snapchat, that means you're a creepy dude. Turns out my theory was right. I have a Snapchat and I am a creepy dude.
You ain't an adult at 20? No. Completely disagree. You're an adult at 18. You are an adult at 18. Everything you do is considered an adult. You can pretend that you're not an adult at 20, but oh yeah, you are. In the eyes of the law, yes, 100% you are. Absolutely. You commit a crime, it's an adult.
I found that person and they happened to be 20. And I get that it's creepy.
Nah, see, I disagree with that. Mentally, you're not fully adult until 25. Nah, I disagree with that too, because I know people that are more adult at like 20 than half of you motherfuckers in chat. You know who was one of the most mature people I've ever met in my life? Marlby. When I met him, he was like 20 or 21. He had his own apartment. He had money saved up. He had a job. He exercised. He was healthy. He was one of the most mature people I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm not even joking. He was chill as fuck. He handled bad situations extremely well. Yeah, he's one of my best friends. The first time I met him is when I moved in with him. I moved all the way from Indiana to Kansas, and we had never met before in person. And that's why I live in Kansas. Did you guys fuck the first day you met? No. Have I met any Kansas 8s though? I don't know.
Creepy to date somebody half your age or younger, but people can call me creepy if they want. If she's happy and I'm happy, then I will be the biggest creep you need me to be, as long as her and I are happy. You can be as mad as you want. Sexually, we both seem to be having an excellent time.
Oh, can I? Do I have to pause? Okay. I got. Yeah, is this TOS? Is this TOS?
A little off today. I had a friend tell me I look like a samurai on vacation. I was going to ask if you could see it, but...
in the front here, and I think, what are you, a YouTuber or something?
Yeah, I've been on YouTube for about 17 years.
You've been on YouTube for 17 years?
Yeah, 4 million subscribers.
Okay, and this is your girlfriend, who is much younger than you, is suspiciously.
She's an adult.
She, that, you know, it's never good when you say, well, she's an adult. Is this a sex trafficking situation? You keep looking at him and never answering the question. I'm just kidding.
And I hate it when people single us out. I hate it when people like...
We're gonna do that though, it's to be expected. You're right, we're different, but...
Fuck them, right?
Yeah, fuck.
Wait, it's painful to watch? Why is this painful to watch? You're getting secondhand embarrassment? Oh.
He's not manipulating me. I love him for him. He doesn't control me. We're a team. He
Do I not find
supports
this
me
cringe?
in everything I do and everything I want. He's my support system.
Honestly, this isn't even the biggest thing for me. The biggest thing for me is how he completely wasted and ruined his life. That's the biggest thing for me. Like, I don't care who he fucks. I'm not thinking about who he's spending his time with. What I'm thinking about is that he had all of this money, all of this amazing life set up, and he wasted it all. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't give a fuck about his love life at all whatsoever. I think that it's fucked up that people are focusing on this right here. I think the more fucked up part is how much of a waste and how fucking pitiful of a person he is and how irresponsible to waste all of that life and all of that potential. That's what I'm focusing on.
A McCrispy Deluxe combo. Make it large.
Do I think it could happen to me? No, this will never happen to me. I will forever, until the time that I die, I will forever be extremely grateful for every single thing that you guys have done for me. Until I'm dead in the fucking ground, man, I will never forget that you guys have changed my life, and I'm not going to waste that time. You guys have given me a means to be something that I never thought that I would be, or live a lifestyle that I never thought that I could live. It's literally not in me to betray that trust, like with you. You say that, but where are our kissies?
What do I think about his dire financial situation? I think it's scary.
Yeah, what's so scary about it?
That he might lose it all in a day. He might just be homeless one day, but...
So if I'm broke, if I go broke, okay, if we end up back on disability and it's me, you, and Chad living in some small apartment and we're eating McDonald's every day and that's treating ourselves, you gonna be able to handle that?
Yeah,
You
I
stay
guess
in
it's
that?
me, you, Chad, eating McDonald's every day in our small, cute apartment.
Because, I mean, I'm hopeful that people will go back to watching us on YouTube. I'm hopeful that people will, like, you know, I can go back to live streaming full time again and do like
I don't know who
6-hour
Chad
live
is.
streams like every other streamer and like grind it out. But I mean, there is a very real possibility that one day I won't be able to do that anymore, and we're gonna have to live off of whatever we can.
Also, you know what, man? There were also a couple comments too. Why would anybody want to be with like a fat old guy and shit? And well, one, like, shut the fuck up, because you're probably nothing to look at either, okay? This is one thing that bothers me, man, is that when other people try to dictate the attraction of another person. It is crazy to me, man. It is fucking crazy to me that some of you can sit there and say, no, I don't think she should be with him because she deserves better. How do you know? Like, there is so much wrong with that fucking, there's so much wrong with that, it's not even funny. Like, who are you to dictate what is better? Like, what is good, what is bad? Who are you to dictate, like, what is attractive? This is why society is the way that it is, man. That's why on Instagram you see all, you know, and on social media, that's why you see all these ridiculous, you know, pictures. Every single component of the person is absolutely perfect, and they look nothing like that in, you know, person. You think she's playing the long game, get the insurance check? I mean, I don't know, maybe. I have no idea. I don't know anything about her. Dude, I like how you guys tell me to react, and then when I react and give my opinion, because obviously this documentary is like really heavy. You know, this is a really intense documentary, right? And then I do give my opinion, and then you guys are like, just finish the video, just finish the video.
As long as I have you, that's all I need.
Yo, how many people have said that in their life? I bet everybody in here that's ever been in a relationship has fucking said that.
Have you ever thought about the fact that she's just waiting you out and trying to take your 401k when you die?
Nope. Nah. No me. Fuck that lie.
I'm broke. You're broke.
I'm broke, yeah.
4 million subscribers.
Even if he does go broke and has to sell the house, I'm still going to be by his side.
What do you mean goes broke and sells the house? He's already broke. He should have sold the house a long time ago.
He's the only one that I love and I care about, and there's only one of them. And so I'm not just going to up and leave him for money, because money's an issue. Because I love him, and just imagining a life without him is difficult.
I mean, my biggest fear is dying on her. If I die in the next 2 or 3 years on her, that's just going to ruin her life.
I
mean, yeah, that's a fucking concern, because he's not healthy at all.
want you to understand how actually sick I am. Like, I don't know if you actually get it, but this is my health summary. This is everything that's currently wrong with me. My risk for stroke or heart attack is astronomical. I am essentially a walking time bomb. And I'm so fucking sorry for that. I really, really wish I had taken better care of my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Man, yo, real talk. Learn from him. I'm serious. You guys need to look at this. Okay, for those of you in chat that, you know, are unhealthy or maybe eat wrong or some shit, and, you know, like, look, I've been there. I really have been there. I used to wake up at night back when I lived in Indiana, when I was trying to be a streamer, when I first started. I would wake up shaking because I needed caffeine. You need to learn from him, because if you don't take care of your body now, this is going to be you. You need to think about it like this. This person has already lived 49 years. You need to think to yourself, so I'm 20 or I'm 25. So that means I got, you know, another 20 years. Just because you have another 20 years, you need to remember that in the grand scheme of things, that's not the rest of your life. Like, he's already thinking about dying and he's not even 50. You don't want to be like that. I don't know. It might sound cliche. You need to use his life as a fucking learning tool. And you need to be like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I should go for a walk occasionally. Maybe I should try to pick up something heavy occasionally. You know what? Fuck the whole cringe gym bro shit. Just go for a walk. Go for a run. Do some cardio. I'm not saying you have to like bench press or any of that shit. You do that because you like it. I'm saying live a healthy life, or else you're going to fucking look like this guy. You know, you're going to be like this guy. You're going to be thinking about dying when you're 50.
I'll never be ready for it, but I know. I don't want you to
to be alone.
I don't want you to be alone.
Okay?
Like, dude, just imagine having everything, then having nothing, then accepting that you're just gonna die, and then you meet someone that you're genuinely in love with, and then you think to yourself, holy fuck, if I only would have known what was gonna happen 20 years ago, if I only would have known what was gonna happen 15 years ago, 10 years ago. If this person knew that this would happen, I'm not saying that he would have changed, but there's a chance that he would have changed. There's a chance.
I've talked to my therapist since me and her have been together about overcoming.
Holy fuck, bro. You have a therapist? Oh my God. Yo, what the fuck?
My therapist keeps telling me.
I wonder how much that
costs. Learn to love
costs.
yourself. All these things will fall into place, and we just got to teach you those skills. And then I turn to my doctor, and I'm like, what do we do? He's like, you've had bypass surgery. You lost 200 pounds. What more can I do for you? I'm like, fix it, dude. Help fix it. And then they're telling me that I'm the one that has to fix it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I'm making less and less every month, and I'm scared shitless.
You know, instead of a fucking therapist, he should have a fucking coach. Yeah, a nutritionist.
Making his way to the ring, Boogie2988.
Hey, so Mike, I just got off the phone with Keemstar, and he has a boxing event coming up, and he's giving me a slot on the card. This is 800 pounds in one ring. This fight pays $10,000.
No chance against me. Shut the fuck up.
People are going to see me win this thing. This is where I turn it all around. Right here.
This actually happened? Okay.
Stops the contest, and therefore your winner, Wings.
Watch the way he hits my head. My brain got shocked with each one of those. It's ricocheting against my skull.
I mean, bro, that's a lot of money. Yo, how many people would get their ass beat for $10,000? I'd get my ass beat for $10,000.
So since you guys were here last, I did have a bit of a windfall, which bought me some time here in this house.
Okay, all right. Before we even... Okay, dude. I'm just going to assume that he wastes this money on something. He is not responsible at all, and it's going to be really fucking pitiful.
The problem with that is I spent more than $10,000 getting that fight together. So by the time all...
Wait a minute. He had to pay for the fight? Why would you set this up if you can't afford it? I assume this boxing fight was just like basically free, like he didn't set it up.
All that was done.
How was the flight $1,250? Because he flew first class, which he shouldn't have. He should have flew coach.
All I did was put that $10,000 back into savings. Being in the new relationship is great, but I mean, she can't help pay a $2,200 mortgage. Okay, let's go through my monthly bills for a second. My health insurance is $800. I have $500 worth of medical bills. I have $500 worth of utilities. I pay for doctor's visits, physical therapies, labs constantly. I still have to pay for the car that I drive. I still have to pay for car insurance. I still have to pay for health insurance. Diablo 4 came out. I had to buy it. Final Fantasy 16 came out. I had to buy it. Tears of the Kingdom came out. I had to buy it. That's $400 worth of video games right there. But if you take out all of it, you take it out. All I eat is sandwiches every day. All I do is sit here. I don't pay for any Netflix subscriptions. All I pay for is internet, utilities, medical bills, mortgage. If I pay for just that, I need $7,000 a month. I'm not making $7,000 a month. and I have no clue how to do it.
$7,000 a month is a lot of money, man.
So there's something I've always wanted to try. There's a lot of research that came out of Europe, and now we're doing it here in the United States, where psychedelics can help reset certain brains. People who experience childhood abuse, people who've gone through trauma, people who deal with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'm all of those. To be honest, I'm scared shitless. It's one of the only things I haven't tried yet. So let's give it a shot.
Dude, this scene right here reminds me of one of those. So when I was 22, I was driving in the woods and I heard this horrible screech. Ah! And I stopped the car and I got out and I looked around because I thought someone might be in trouble. And then that's when I heard it. I heard the clawing on my car and I got back in my car, slammed the door, and I drove off. And it was a fox.
My given name is Ryan Arthur DeLeolio, and I've adopted the name Flaming Star. There's one thing that's undeniable, is that there's always this question about why? Why am I here? Existence. What's really happening? Who am I? That's what happens when you seek out hallucinogenics. It's gonna allow everything else physically here to relax. The emotional stuff is gonna come out, trauma's gonna come out, but afterwards your atoms are gonna go back into their original.
Bro, this guy goes in the middle of the woods with this fucking guy that's just, what in the fuck is going on right now?
Positions. That's why. He'll be mind, body, and spirit all one together. We're all connected.
I believe
When
it.
you get to a certain point of understanding inside your intellect mind, that connectivity, you realize your hands are basically like USB ports.
So these are the, it's crazy to think that something that just grows out of the ground has so much power, and I'm actually holding it in my hand right now. But here we go.
Bro.
They don't taste bad. Honestly, that doesn't taste too bad.
They're pretty good and dry. Everybody just says kind of earthy.
Stem and all.
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the club. May God bless you and be with you on your journey.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so I think we've been about 20 minutes in.
About 15, yeah.
About 15. So we're about 15 minutes in, and I started to feel things are kind of wavy and kind of disconnected. It's kind of like my brain works on multiple channels, and like I have to pick and choose what I'm concentrating on. I have driven balls. I have no clue where the fuck I am or even who I am. And I don't give a fuck. I recognize.
He's about to experience the second part of the realization of letting go. And we're gonna get to the other side of it. I told you they'd come. It's gonna get nice and bright in about 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
And the reflection in the water is really cool too. So what do you think was the first trauma that you experienced which basically set up like a defense mechanism for you?
Man, yeah, my parents are just crazy. They're broken people.
Parents?
Yeah. Stewards. People who are like trying to oh, okay. Okay. Yep. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
What?
Like they don't, I mean, that shit doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Dude, what in the
That was the
fuck
dumbest
is
shit.
going on,
Oh,
man?
It happened so long ago. Like, I've just been waiting for the right time to just drop that shit.
So, when did you feel the need of this separate personality? Was that like what you used as a coping
Does
mechanism?
it? Okay, this is a problem I have, man, is the fact that this person is yet again just wasting their fucking life, man. This person is out in the woods taking a mushroom because they think they're going to fix its brain.
To socialize with?
Oh, that's exactly what it is, right? Like, I didn't know what the hell, I didn't know how to communicate what I was dealing with or what I was going through, and I just...
Right, we put on these different faces in order to deal with situations in society.
You try to give people what the hell they want.
And then you felt like that was the need to make up Francis or other personalities?
Yeah.
Are you ready to let all that go?
Yeah, please, man.
They work for Mario.
Oh my God. This is the first time I've ever felt happiness.
I mean, I've done drugs when I was younger, like fucking 15, 20 years ago, yeah.
It's all bullshit. Just all the things I've been worried about.
Because you are the master of your own orchestra, man.
It's a game, right?
Just let them go, so it's up to you to
Drummer.
choose.
Steven, can you get up? Hello?
I'm still not sure I'm like really here yet. I don't really want breakfast. That's changed. Jesus. Oh, guys. Let's go. It's just all bullshit. Like, none of this matters. None of it. It's all a construct. It's all a simulation. It's all it's a fucking video game. You know when you die, I think I died last night. Physically, my body was fine, but I think I went back into the void we come from. And
Why is he even talking, bro?
I think I'm still in it. Except I'm also
We'll see in like
incorporeal
2
body,
days or 3 days.
But I'm also the incorporeal being that puppets it and controls it, and God damn it, I feel like I'm in control. I feel like I'm in control of myself for the first fucking time.
It's like kind of sad, man. Like, just the cope. Just kind of sad.
The stuff that I normally worry about, worrying about my finances, worrying about my internet, worrying about what people think about me, it's all so incredibly stupid. It's all just bullshit. I think I'm going to enjoy making YouTube videos again. I think I'm going to enjoy live streaming again. What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at your office again to the power. When I make a video, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 people watch. That is still my dream job. Everybody falls off. That's part of the deal.
Every single month. He had tons and tons of money.
You start off as a nobody, and for a short period of time, you're a somebody, and then that star burns out like every star does. I was lucky enough to get hit by lightning. I was lucky enough to get to live my dream. I was lucky enough to get to enjoy all of that, play this game the way I wanted to play it. I'll be gone one day too. But for one brief moment, we got an opportunity to shine really bright.
Wow, that was pretty good, by the way. Oh my god.
Dude, this was good. This was really good. I mean, the ending was complete fucking horseshit, but
I thought it was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. Like I remember it being Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. Yeah, oh yeah, Jordan. That's
he remains a felon in the state of Arkansas.
Believe that I can make the comeback.
I did when I showed up, but I'm slowly realizing that you're absolutely.
Boogie was not compensated for his participation in this film.
But I'm slowly realizing that you're absolutely fucked.
Okay, all right, so.
Unfortunately.
He got pretty mad because he can't find his Mountain Dew. And I gotta be honest, the funniest part is he tried to find the Mountain Dew in the microwave. Oh my god.
Yo, that was good.